Kemper County's second largest town since the town's establishment around 1872. It became known nationally as the spinach capital of the world for its spinach processing facility and has attracted national attention through the actions of outlaws Bonnie and Clyde. Before Alma became a settlement, Armstead Ira Smoot bought the land from the government on August 3, 1836. It was used mainly as farmland until Colonel Matthias F. Locke bought it in 1872. Locke built his house and cotton gin on 10 acres next to W. W. Smith's drugstore and Smoot's cabin. J.D. James kept a livery stable for keeping horses and a stage stand in 1870. Alex W. Griffin had the first store and was postmaster. Alma was originally known as Gum Town because of its gum trees and timber. It was one of the early industries in the area. It was incorporated in 1874 with W.P. Brown as mayor. Stories vary on how the town was named. Some say it was named for the sweetheart of Sam Daughtery, a nearby postmaster. Another version says suggestions were drawn from a hat. The first school was a log house built around 1871 and 1872. A public hall was built for the use of a church, school, and Masonic hall. Overseers of the construction were Locke President and B.P. Renfro, Secretary of the Building Committee. Soon to follow were general merchandise, dry goods, and grocery stores. Other establishments sprang up, including a saloon, a steam mill, a cotton gin, and a saw and flouring mill in about 1874. The first church in the area was Alma Baptist Church of Christ, now First Baptist Church, established in August 1873. It was followed by the Presbyterian Church founded on August 2nd, 1874, a Methodist Church in 1875, and an Alma Church of Christ on October 13, 1872. Locke built the King Hotel, managed by a man named Mr. King. It was on the corner of Railroad Street and Fayetteville Avenue, but it burnt down in about December 1884. The fire destroyed several buildings at a loss of about $300,000. One private school served the district in 1884 and was run by Superintendent Lee Neal. By 1894, there were 142 white students in Alma schools and 99 African American students who were taught at a separate facility. After 1876, the Little Rock and Fort Smith Railroad was completed from Alma to Point East, and a railroad depot was built. The town started showing great signs of growth, especially as the railroad helped foster the timber industry. The original railroad was a half and a mile south of its present place. Again, Locke provided $1,500, and through a land grant, a survey was secured and the railroad was aligned with the tracks. In 1877, 47 citizens of Alma filed a petition to make the town county seat, arguing that its central locale served the county better than Van Buren. The issue came to a vote on July 10, 1877, which resulted in 1,040 to 840 loss for Alma. J.D. James had an annual business income of $120,000 and shipped about 300,000 bales of cotton a year. Cotton was the leading product, followed by timber from black walnut, locust, cedar, and sweet gum forests. Main cotton growers were Colonial Locke and S.B. Locke, including a branch company of theirs. McKibben, a Pate, Alma Canning and Evaporating Company was incorporated in August 1888 by about 30 stockholders and $25,000 in stock. Its building was to be built in 1888, about 100 yards east of the railroad depot, and was expected to draw a considerable fruit trade in Alma. In 1877, M.L. Yeatman founded the Alama Herald, a newspaper that supported the Democratic Party in 1879. A stock company composed of prominent businessmen bought the office, and George Theiler of Van Buren, Argus, leased it for 2 years. It was an independent Democrat paper under the name Crawford County Democrat. For the next 8 years, the newspaper changed names and owners many times. From about 1890 to 1920, the local agricultural economic base was founded upon cotton, strawberries, hay, and livestock. These slowly gave way to spinach, mustard greens, various beans, tomatoes, and other crops. Hard hit by the spread of the crop to other parts of this country, such as Texas. This expansion, combined with easy shipping via railroads, drove down the prices. Some farmers found respite for a while planting potatoes. In early 20th century, coal was being mined in Crawford County and natural gas was discovered. Alma sits on the eastern edge of the western Arkansas gas fields, which reach into Oklahoma and continue to provide a cheap source of energy for the area. Famous outlaws Bonnie and Clyde, part of what was known as the Borrow Gang, committed a variety of crimes in Arkansas, including kidnapping and robbery, but their gravest crime occurred in Alma on June 23, 1933. After robbing a grocery store in Fayetteville over Washington County, the gang ran into Alma Marshal Henry D. Humphrey and Crawford County Deputy Sheriff Ansel Red Slayers on Highway 71 north of Alma. They killed Humphrey before escaping. The city complex building in Alma features a plaque commemorating the marshal. Defying the larger trends in Crawford County, Alma's population actually increased during the World War II years. The presence of the canning company was likely the cause of this, such as companies across the nation received contracts to provide American soldiers with portable food. Alma Canning Company was purchased by H.L. Hunt in 1961. Allen Canning Company, which canned over half the spinach consumed in the United States and was headquarters in Siloam Springs, Arkansas, in Benton County, became a leading business in Alma. In 1987, Alma began calling itself the spinach capital of the world. The town erected a statue of cartoon character Popeye the Sailor, which stands in front of the Chamber of Commerce building, and began hosting an annual spinach festival. The festival announced in 2016 that it was celebrating its 13th year, but ceased being held in subsequent years. The town water tower was painted to resemble a can of spinach.